Welcome back to Lonely Man BG's in this overview video for Cupcake Dragon, a game from Outland Entertainment which plays 2 to 6 players in about 30 minutes. The quiet denizens of the village live their lives in peace, cultivating the fields, foraging in the forest, raising their livestock, trading with one another sheep for pig, pig for cow, cow for cupcake. Cupcake? Why yes, in Cupcake Dragon, players act as the mayor of their own village. Their duty is to their populace, and they must defend them with whatever means available. Fortunately, the local dragon population is a rather docile group of creatures, interested in lazing about on massive piles of gold and filling their bellies with cupcakes. It will be the mayor's job to entice these creatures to their settlement, safeguarding its inhabitants from any outside threats. In Cupcake Dragon, players begin with a hand of 5 cards and some loot. On their turn, they will play one of these cards to the discard pile before drawing back up to their hand limit. The cards available to be played are of 3 types. Suit cards, represented by 4 common agricultural beings: the sheep, the pig, the cow, and the chicken. Swap cards, which allow players to switch the suit currently in action, one animal to the other. And cupcake cards, which are wild cards and allow the player to nab a stockpile of growing loot and change the suit of animals being played. The suit cards, when played, may have effects as shown here, which can reverse the order of play or mess with other players' personal stashes of loot. Once a suit is in play, the next player must play that suit, unless they use a suit changing card or a cupcake card. If they are unable to play the proper card or change the current suit to one more favorable, the player must instead forfeit loot and discard a card. The game is played over a series of 3 rounds, kept track of with these round tokens. Round tokens will be earned by players as a type of loot over the course of the game, and the value of these tokens increases as the rounds pass on. 30 blue round tokens are placed in the hoard section of the game board during setup. At the end of a player's turn, they will transfer 1 round token from the hoard to the stockpile. As these pile up, players will be drawn to play cupcake cards, which transfers the pile and stock to their personal stashes. Once the final round token moves from the hoard space, the next player in turn is granted whatever remains in the stockpile. At round end, a dragon appears and chooses to reside in the village with the most loot. And hopefully, the owner of the town has a cupcake to appease this dragon. But having a dragon in the town is a large burden, and the player will now be at a slight disadvantage throughout the rest of the game. Their hand limit is reduced down to 4 cards from which to play. Players will continue playing cards and earning as much loot as they and their dragons can stomach. Whoever has earned the most loot by the end of the 3rd round earns the final dragon and wins the game. Thanks for watching this video on Cupcake Dragon. To learn more about this game, visit the links in the description.